And we are back with you. We're also talking about alternate fuels during today's show. And we'll mention that there's CNG, which is compressed natural gas vehicles. You have LNG, which is liquefied natural gas, which really liquefied natural gas, they normally, if I'm not mistaken, they normally do that just so it's easier to transport.
I believe so.
Yeah, it's takes up a lot less space. They transport it, then they can turn it back into a gas.
Right.
Okay, are we ready to go to the callers?
Yep, let's go to Margot.
Hey, Margot, welcome to the CNC Auto Show, and I see that you may have an answer to the Tech Tip quiz.
Yes, that, and I have another alternative fuel.
Yes.
When I was in Korea, I drove a vehicle that used to be a taxi, and they used LPG.
Yes. So liquefied natural gas then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought LPG was liquid petroleum gas.
Liquid petroleum fuel. Okay. And now, if I'm not mistaken, most of the vehicles that you see in Asian countries and a lot of European countries, they're also more of a hybrid. They'll run off of the propane or the natural gas or whatever, but then they'll also run off of regular gas too. Did yours run off of both?
No, in fact, that's what the P was. It was propane. It was pressurized. That's all it ran. It had a big long tank across in the trunk of the vehicle.
Yeah.
And that is one of the larger issues with that. Of course, infrastructure
the storage of it,
to be able to fill up when you want to, and I'm talking about mostly in the U.S. The infrastructure to fill up is not very well, but also storage of the gas is an issue. Having a tank large enough,
and two, of course, the safety. If I'm not mistaken, in the event of an accident and stuff.
Yeah,
like that too.
They've run into issues like that. But it is cleaner burning.
Yeah.
So there's some good points to that also. Okay, I was in Korea also.
It's kind of like an EV vehicle. You got to know where the stations are to be able to charge up your vehicle if you're traveling long distance.
Yes, now that is improving a huge amount. They have the websites that will let you know the different hotels that have it. And also they are starting to build certain plug-in ports at along interstate highways now. So that system is starting to improve a huge amount. Not to mention the other good thing about EV vehicles is that the range on the vehicles is getting much better. I believe
much better. Yeah.
Tesla has one now that's in the 300-mile range.
Right up there, I think so.
I think that's one of their longer ones that they have. And then, of course, you have different ones like the Chevrolet Volt that will travel a certain amount of time. I think probably about 50, 60 miles before the gas. They have a little small 4-cylinder engine. It cranks up and activates a generator or drives a generator, and the generator keeps the batteries charged. But it is possible for that to also hook in and actually drive the electric motors to make the vehicle still move even if the battery gets weak.
Right.
So these are getting better and better. Range on EV vehicles is much better than it was years back.
Well, one thing I found out, and I was really surprised, was Whole Foods in the parking lot right here in Augusta has a place you can plug in your vehicle while you go shop for groceries. And, of course, the Georgia Power headquarters has several plug-ins down there, too. And I was like, now that's an idea. I never thought about it.
Yeah, they're in different spots that you wouldn't think. Even an RV park I know of has one.
A lot of these places are using that as a marketing tool. And there's across the U.S., there's just many more places adding the EV charging ports. And of course, when you're able to advertise that you sell this or that, and you also have EV charging stations, that's a big plus for your store to be able to do that. So yes, that infrastructure is coming.
Well, I know in 1990, a retirement community in Florida was built around you could get rid of your vehicle, and they had a community of electric cars, and they had a big, huge parking area for the vehicles, and they had solar panels on top. And then when you needed a car, you just, you checked out the car when you needed it and then turned it back in and plugged it in. It was all part of the gated community concept there.
Yes.
How about that?
That is a good system, too.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You had the answer to our tip.
I think so.
Well, we're going to put you on stage. And, Margot, All eyes are on you to answer the question.
Okay. You said there was an unknown item in the back of the vehicle.
Right.
Also?
It was an empty gas can. It was a stick with a fork on it.
Right.
And we figured out that didn't work.
Yeah, and then something else. Yeah, that myth has been busted on the, they call it, I guess, the divining rod or whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh.
Or it's been
But that
replaced
was-
with some kind of electronic item somewhere.
My father used those. He used those. They called them dowsing rods.
Now, did they really work?
Yeah. Yeah, he found water with it on more than one occasion, and so that's why I was going to put that in there. When the guy said a finding rod, maybe he was trying to key off of your word that find the water with it. But
Our research department is all holding a thumbs down on that one.
oh man,
They did,
well,
yeah.
That's what he said.
Google is
right.
always right.
Well, then I'm done with my answer.
Well, we feel bad about this.
Give me the thumbs down.
Margot, thank you. Great conversation having to do with
Okay.
alternate fuels. Too.
Yeah, thanks.
We
Yeah,
appreciate it.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, the number to call is 706-863-5800. Let's go straight to the next caller.
All right, we're going straight to James.
Let's do it.
All right, it's James, and I'm going to say it's James again because I called once before with a theory. We're going to move from Rube Goldberg
Uh-huh.
to Steve Jobs.
Okay, this is going to be
Get a little bit
interesting,
more
John
technical,
Ryan.
huh?
Big time.
Yeah.
Hold on, we
Yeah.
got to increase
I
his odds.
made it too complicated
hold on.
before. Here we go.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Please win this thing.
All right. The third item is the smartphone.
Now, he didn't have a
Smartphone.
smartphone in the back of his truck now.
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
the story.
Oh, I'm sorry. I interrupted, James. Sorry about that.
He does that. Don't
Well,
worry
it's
about
an electronic device.
it. Okay.
Okay. So he has his GPS device, his smartphone, whatever. He brings up the aerial map. Since
You're
he's in the middle
you're
of the woods,
getting
he
pretty
can't
close
see
here,
anything.
James. What now the smartphone wouldn't have been laying in the back of his truck because it'd get wet and nasty and wouldn't be any good.
And he's always sighting out land to see where to clear
Yeah,
it.
but I mean, but I guess he could have left it in the back. But I mean, you're not prone to leave your iPhone. You normally have it in a cab. But what else?
Well,
You
then
mentioned a
he's
map.
doing it the old-fashioned way. He's using paper to understand the land he's in.
now
which
you're
is
getting
not as
cold.
easy.
Oh
Go-
yeah.
you're
You're
getting
walking.
cold.
You're
Go back,
walking
go back.
way off, James.
Go
Come
back to
back to us, man.
technology.
You
Go
were
back to
talking about a
technology.
map somewhere. Let's come on back to us.
Technology.
Right, so he's got this electronic device. Whatever you want to.
Now, what it
whatever you
is an
wanna use.
electronic device.
It is
Yeah, and it's kind of could be a fairly fast electronic device.
expensive,
Come on, yeah, some of them are expensive. You can't get them
and he
pretty
clears
cheap.
land, so he's always
Yeah, he clears
You know,
land, so it's helpful there. Come on, James.
Come
Work
on.
with us. We
Where-
only have a
So
minute
he's
or
gone
so.
to the back, and
Let-
even though it got a little wet,
Hold on, let's
he's
talk
fired
about
up
the
his
map
drone.
again.
Come on, James. Bring up the map, man. The map. The map. How would he be able to use a map if he had the phone inside the car, so he probably did have a phone with him. I mean, he did have a phone now, but how
And James, I
else
don't
can
mind
he?
telling you got one more minute. This pressure's on.
Yeah, how could he look around and find some water?
Well, the electronic device might be a drone.
You are absolutely right. He used a gas can to carry water. He used a tree limb to help him beat the brush as he
That's
walked
right.
through the
That's
woods.
Right. The tree limb is a tool to get you through, like
See, James
bushwhacking.
knew the
Yeah,
whole time.
exactly. It was a bushwhacker. And then he used the drone with a camera that he was able to look at and find where the water went. Now, some will show you the water anyway, but this one didn't. And
And
so
then he also used the stick to hold himself up. I figured this too, to hold himself over the water so he didn't fall in when he was pushing it.
But he filled it up, and boom, all was good. Stay on the line, James. You are the winner and a guru. And that's all of today's CNC Auto Show. We'll see you again next week.